Freddy Vazquez here with Basement Politics. Citizens Report. Currently, temperature is 49 degrees. Very mild out there. It's going to be a great New Year's Eve for all you folks going out to celebrate. Although I don't know how many of you are actually going to be going out there to celebrate, considering cases are up, according to the news. Mainstream media is reporting cases are up. And as many of you know, if you live here in the city of Yonkers, school will not be returning January. Students will spend the first week on a remote schedule. That just announced today by the Yonkers Public Schools. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the Yonkers Public Schools going all remote for the first week? Do you feel that there's concerns? Should we keep our kids home? Well, we'll discuss it in about 45 minutes. Join me. I know it's New Year's Eve, so I'm going to come in early tonight and do a quick podcast on the Yonkers Public Schools and the remote learning. Let's talk about it, parents. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Freddy Vazquez. See you at 6. People are upset. Join me today. 45 minutes. I'll be on. Let's talk. Parents, get on there. Let's talk about it. I want to hear how you feel about this remote learning stuff. Also, I want to talk about my experiences at the local area hospital, St. Joseph and St. John's. I mean, where is the cause for alarm? Let's talk about it. Join me at 6 p.m. Freddy Vazquez.
largest school district just announced it's going to be going remote after winter break. Students in Yonkers Public School now set to return to the classroom on January 10th. News 12's Nadia Galindo joins us from the newsroom. So Nadia, you spoke with district superintendent about the decision. What did he have to say?
Ian, Dr. Edwin Quezada said it was a painful decision to make. He has been committed to returning students to the classroom after winter break, but says now that is not the safest option. The announcement comes just hours after the governor announced her 5-point plan to keep schools open amid the winter surge. Part of that plan includes increasing testing and vaccinations. In fact, this week, the state delivered 5.28 million COVID tests to school districts across the state, with an additional 6 million more set to arrive by Monday. Well, Dr. Quezada says the district will begin sorting their supply to give each student a test over the next week. That way, all students can test before returning to school on January 10th. This week, the district saw an explosion of COVID cases. Wednesday, the positivity rate skyrocketing to 25%. Another issue is a shortage of teachers and bus drivers. And Dr. Quezada worries that will only worsen after tonight's New Year's celebrations. Now, while he believes going remote is the safest option, he is very concerned about the social and emotional well-being of students.
I believe firmly that students belong in school, receiving the support that they need. Remote instruction plays an important part of learning for students in today's world, but nothing replaces being in your school with your teacher, with your friends.
Now, Yonkers is not the only school district going remote next week. Mount Vernon City School District will be remote through January 18th. Dr. Quezada says parents of students who still do not have an electronic device should contact their schools Monday to pick one up. In the newsroom, Nadia Galindo, News 12.
Well, that was News 12 there. Shout out to them, source. Well, again, schools will not be opening back up come after New Year's. Students will be all remote first week up until the 10th. You heard that there. Mount Vernon City Schools will be remote up until the 18th. Now, I just want to make something clear. She did say that the positivity rate was up. It was at 25%. What does that mean exactly? What does exactly that means? Well, that means that 25% of the individuals that were tested positive. According to an article that I read, 800 students were tested. 800 students. Out of that 800, 25% of them were positive for COVID. Now, I want to know what test did they take, because as we all know, or should know by now, the PCR tests have been known to produce false positive results. In fact, a study conducted showed that 80% of the PCR results were false positives. 80%. So out of every 1,000 tested, 800 were false positives. So were these tests PCR tests? Are these positive test results correct? 25% of 800 students or 800 individuals that were tested. Is that cause for concern? Should we go into a remote situation? You heard Edwin Quezada there, Dr. Edwin Quezada there, the superintendent of the Yonkers City Public Schools. He does not want to close. I get the feeling that he doesn't want to close. He's also sent a letter along with other superintendents here in Westchester to the state indicating that they did not want to close. He did stress that, closing of the schools were harmful on students. They need to be in schools. They need to have social interactions. They need to be in front of a teacher. And that is something that he was really dreading. But, the pressure came down. And I think that pressure is coming from the state. I think they really want to shut things down. And Yonkers is actually the first school district to make that decision. So, yeah, we're the first school district to make that decision. Mount Vernon is following. Again, Mount Vernon will be closed up until the 18th. So, parents, it's the New Year's. It's New Year's Eve. Many of you probably going out to party tonight. And guess what? Now you learn that you have your kid's going to be home with the remote learning situation for the first week and possibly longer. Are you prepared? Did that mess up your partying tonight? Oh, man. It's going to be a rough one for the first week of schools as parents have to prepare, have to figure out what's going to be happening, how they're going to situate themselves, make sure their kids are able to complete their assignments. Fortunately, the first week is not a whole lot of work, right? Usually the first week is just all about getting to know each other, getting acclimated in the classroom, kind of figuring things out, the lay of the land, your schedule for the kids and stuff. So, it's not a whole lot going on. So hopefully if it doesn't go past a week, right, which I called it. I said they weren't coming back the first week. So I'm under the impression that they're probably not going to be coming back for a while, but I could be wrong. And I hope again, I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. So are you prepared in the event that they actually go longer than a week? Parents, many parents don't have, computers. Some parents are going to have to figure out that situation there. But as you heard Edwin Casada, contact the school right away. If you don't have a laptop for your child, contact the school right away. Right away, because it's first come, first serve. They do run out. So I wanted to just come on really quickly. I won't say much more. Again, parents, I called it here in Basement Politics. I knew that the kids were not going to be opening up. I didn't have any inside or information or anything like that. I can see from the things that are being done. Read the school board minutes. That's very important. That'll give you an indication of what's happening in the Yonkers school districts. So yeah, just, pay attention, see what's going on there. Again, I called it. I knew this would be happening. They say that it would only be for the first week, but I don't know. I think it's going to go longer than a week. So prepare yourself. So prepare to go longer than a week, parents. So Freddy Vazquez, I'm out of here. I'm about to go get ready to enjoy my New Year's Eve. God bless. Enjoy. Be safe. Happy New Year's. Freddy Vazquez, Basement Politics. Oh, and by the way, I will be introducing a new page, and I'm trying to kind of organize this stuff. I'm listening to people who are making comments or, who are telling me things or whatever, whether it be directly or relaying the messages. So we're trying to organize things here a little bit at Basement Politics. So we're going to, kind of create a new page called Citizen Report. So that will be a lot of the investigative journalism stuff and the reporting on stuff like, this with the schools and closing down and vaccines and, any other issues like I mentioned in the previous podcast, with some difficulties people may be having in certain departments within here in the city. And we investigate and we will report it on Citizen Report. Basement Politics Unfiltered will primarily just consist of the political stuff, politics, speaking on elected officials, laws, legislations, whatever's going on there. So that will be getting sorted out come next year. So I just wanted to mention that. I hope you all enjoy your New Year's Eve. Be safe. And I called it. Hopefully you'll be listening to me some more. Freddy Vazquez, Basement Politics. Check out the show from last night if you didn't watch it. I hear that it's good. A lot of people like it. A lot of people like the Bochincha stuff. So I'm out. See you later. Freddy Vazquez, Basement Politics Unfiltered. Happy New Year. Be safe and prepare for remote learning, parents. I think it's going to go longer than a week. I called it. So listen to what I have to say. Enjoy. Take care. Be blessed.